Introducing The Grove, an intentional experience based on alignment, clarified vision, and empowered action. My name is Laurel Rutledge. I'm your Chief Navigation Officer, and The Grove is a culmination of seasons of work and introspection and lots of listening. From the nuggets and insights I would put out in my podcasts and on my radio show and even on my Walking Wisdom, to the sessions I had with both corporate leaders and business owners around strategy, organizational alignment, and just trying to do the things that need to be done in order to achieve the goals and outcomes that are needed. The Grove puts all of that into a safe and contained and intentional space, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So let me talk a little bit about why The Grove. For those of you who have been following me, or for those of you who are new, you can see that in my logo, there's a tree. And when I first started my business, I was encouraged not to use that tree because everybody's got a tree. But then I told the person, I said, let me tell you why trees matter to me. Trees, for me, are a metaphor for life. You start with a really strong root system, you develop this great trunk, and then you put out these amazing things into the world, and it rejuvenates over time. Perfect metaphor. It's also the basis for my Alignment Vision Action framework that answers those questions of who you are, where you are, what you want, and what it takes to get there. Having a really solid, grounded root system, understanding who you are innately and the skills and aptitudes and capabilities that you've built over time, and then being really clear about what it is you want to deliver to the world. And knowing that what you want to deliver to the world may change over time, but your root systems stay grounded and who you are stays the same. It is how you show up and when you show up and why you show up that may adjust with how your life adjusts. And the Grove is a place where you can explore all of that. So why a grove and not just the tree? If you think about how groves work, they are ecosystems that are highly dependent, highly functioning ecosystems. Those groves of trees share resources. They share root systems. They share canopies. They feed off one another in order to produce safety, in order to produce growth, in order to share energy that then increases capacity for energy. And trees themselves, when you're in a grove, become a place of shade, a place of shelter, a place of food, a place of nourishment. All of those things happen. And so the Grove is intended to be a collection of experiences and a intentional space for people who are really working to not only build community, but are looking for a place where they can just be, and they can challenge the paradigms not only in their own mind, but those things that other people are telling them to do that may not have their best interest in mind. So the Grove is a place for you to show up intentionally, to become that ecosystem and community for yourself and for others, and to leave with actions that actually are going to move the needle for you. It is a combination of real work as well as rest and reset and re-energizing. In the Grove, we spend a lot of time on what are your roots. Mine are faith, family, friends, and health. When my world is upside down, one of those things is not working the way it should be working. And so I know where I need to go to reset myself to be able to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish and to live into the purpose that I believe I've been put on this earth to live into. Our gifts are not given to us to keep. Our gifts are given to us to give to others and to support others. And that's what the Grove is intended to be. Think of it as the opportunity to create and to build and to connect to your own personal or professional board of directors. So the Grove, as a collection of experiences, is a one-day experience that is truly just built around alignment and vision. That's the Grove experience. Then there's the Grove Immersion. That is a 2.5-day session for entrepreneurs and CEOs that, again, works really deeply on alignment and vision, but also moves directly into action. It is 2.5 days. It also has an opportunity for rest and reset. There will be some mind-body work in there, nothing crazy, but there may be just a sound bath or something where you're moving your hands or doing something creative, but an opportunity in those 2.5 days to really step away and out of your business and into you. Who are you? How are you leading? How do you want to lead? And then how do you put all of that into action to achieve the goals for you and your team and your family? And then the other Grove immersion is the Grove immersion for Chief Human Resource Officers. The people that right now are sitting at the intersection of people and companies and processes and AI. And while we've always been that area where everything that other people don't want to deal with gets piled on, the pressure has become exponential. Starting with the pandemic, that was just preparation, if we'd only known that, to now, how are you dealing with not only coming back and still things dealing with the pandemic, but also how are you talking about and dealing with this new thing called AI? And is it just processes? Is it agents? Is it employees? All of the things. How is it an ROI? Are you now the Chief Technology Officer as well as the Chief Human Resource Officer? So there's a specific Grove immersion targeted at Chief Human Resources Officers to, again, step away, get out of the madness. Let's get really clear on who you are as leading as the Chief Human Resources Officer, the person responsible for both the people and the business. And how are you resetting yourself? How are you re-energizing yourself so that you can continue to show up in a manner that you want to show up with as much effectiveness as possible? And then there will be in the future some Grove opportunities for new leaders. So that is what the Grove is. The Grove is an intentionally inclusive set of opportunities for you to choose you, to choose time to step away from all of the craziness, all of the obligations, and focus specifically on who you are and what you want, and make intentional decisions around what it is going to take for you to get there in a space that is highly curated, that is safe, and that is led by someone, me, who has been there, who has been in corporate for a long time, who has run her own business, and who understands the nuances of connecting people and processes. It is always about understanding where it is you're trying to go so you know who you need on your team. So, if the Grove sounds like something that you're interested in, if you believe you are ready to really step back, take a pause, get reconnected to who you are, both as a person and as a leader, or as whatever you are being in this world, and then creating an action plan and a community to help you get there, then reach out. Let's talk about getting you into the next Grove session. These sessions will be transformative. These sessions are places where all you have to do is be. All you have to do is open your mind. All you have to do is just show up with intention. I will be there. I've got you. We'll have good food. There will be great energy. There will be lots of sun, and there will be lots of time for you to just marinate, to sit and reflect, to ponder, and to make some intentional decisions about where you want to go in a space of no judgment, because the Grove is not about judgment, but it is about stress. Again, if you think about trees, the healthiest trees have to go through storms and wind and rain, because that stress that moves them around and flips their branches around and moves the leaves around makes them stronger. That stress actually gives them more resilience. So there will be work in the Grove. There will be hard questions in the Grove. There will be challenges in the Grove. And they're all done in a way to help you increase your resilience, to stand strong in what it is you believe and know that you are intended to be here to do, whether that is how you want to lead your team, your organization, or your business. Because that framework of alignment, vision, and action is the framework whether you're building a career, a business, or a life. Get really aligned with who you are. Get really clear on what your vision is, and then put in place actions, and you are empowered to take them. Alignment, vision, action. I look forward to seeing you in the Grove.